to Ignite TV, the Health Talk Forum, where health issues are discussed. Uh, in the house today, we have Mrs. Adegbite, the health practitioner. Today, we'll be discussing the topic menopause. What is menopause? Menopause is a natural decline in reproductive hormones which occur in women between the age of 40, 50, 60. Menopause is sign that lasts between the period of 12 months since the last menses. Today, we are going to discuss the issue because most of the women with one sign or the other take the signs and symptoms of menopause for another signs. And that is why we are going to deal with it critically today. Menopause is marked at the end of monthly menstruation. That is, it ends at the end of every menstruation. There should be menstruation on a monthly basis in women until when the stages I'm going to discuss occur. We have the pre-menopause, we have the menopausal stage, and we have the post-menopausal stage. The three stages, the pre-menopausal stages, is when the period, the menses started coming once in 2 months, graduating to once in 3 months, sometimes once in 6 months, before finally it moves to the next stage, which is the menopausal stage. The menopausal stage occurs when the last menses is exactly a year. That is, when we have absence of menses for a whole year, the woman or the person has gone to the menopausal stage. At these stages, we used to have a lot of signs and symptoms. And at the menopausal stage, at the post-menopausal stage, it means the woman has already been there for such period of time without any menses coming out. Today we are going to discuss the signs and symptoms that actually generate problems among women. What are the signs and symptoms? Today we are going to treat 34 signs and symptoms of menopause. The number one sign, which is significant and everybody is aware about, is the absence of menses. The absence of menstruation. The menstruation, the monthly period doesn't even ordinary matter, the particular person in question will be said, and there will be great heat within the abdominal cavity. There will be excessive sweating, profuse sweating, most especially on the face, most especially when they are in a hot environment. Even in the cold environment, even in the air condition, we still have facial sweat. In some cases, when it is exaggerated, it is sweat, general sweat of the body. And this might lead to what we call body odor. For those that cannot maintain good personal hygiene, this excessive sweating aggravates or bring about body odor. The body odor, if not cared for, the excessive sweating, there will be itching of the skin. Itching of the skin. Sometimes you hear a woman saying, I have the feelings that something is crawling or walking on the body. All these are menopausal signs. We have mood changes. Mood changes. And this is where you see people nagging on unnecessary thing. Every little thing they nag, everything they get annoyed. There is mood changes, every little thing they cry over it, every little thing they get depressed. There is tingling sensation of the extremities, that is having the feelings that on the hand or the leg there is something you are working on, whereas there is nothing on the foot of the leg. On the sides of the hand, a feelings of numbness whereby one feel as if an adequate blood flow is not going to the palm of the hand is also another sign of menopause. We have headache, it comes, it go, without malaria, without typhoid, without rise in BP. Sometimes menopausal syndrome also can come along with headache. We have fatigue. Fatigue is every little thing you do that is, in those days you can do it effectively, you get tired easily. We have joint pains. Joint pains within the joint, my knees, my back, my shoulder, pains all over the joint of the body, and we call it menopausal arthritis. There's electric shock sensation as if you touch an electric fish. This also come as a sign of menopause. Itching. Sometimes there is severe itching of the body. This might be associated with sudden withdrawal of the hormones for the body. We have such hormones that maintain menstruation like estrogen, luteinizing hormone. When there is sudden withdrawal of this hormone, there can be some of these signs and symptoms. Dryness around the vulva and some other place of the body. Dryness. When dryness occurs, it makes sexual intercourse very difficult for a woman because there is no free movement during sexual intercourse. It makes it more difficult, more painful, and there is always a solution to it. Another sign is sleep disturbance. Sleep disturbance. There is reduction in the level of the hours of sleeping in many women at menopause. They are easily aroused. Whenever they are sleeping, every little thing, every little sound, every little movement gets them out of sleep. There is reduction in the hours of sleeping and they are easily aroused. There is difficulty in concentration. Difficulty in concentration is that inability to concentrate on a given task for a long time also occur during menopause. There is memory lapse. Memory lapse occur when you see somebody putting something in the sitting room and will be looking for it in the bedroom. Something you put in your own pocket and you don't even remember is in your pocket. You'll be looking for it around the house. Who picked my call? Who picked my this? Who picked my that? At the end of it, that particular thing is right there in the pocket. We have memory lapses. We have another factor which is very common, that is tiny hair. To every particular, about 60 to 70% of menopausal women, there is loss of hair, most especially at the edge front of the head, because the hair are no more strong. The strength, the energy of the hair are no more there, so they are easily broken, and it causes in some women bad hair. We have bristle nails. The bristle nails also is as a result of the withdrawal of the hormone from the body. We have a lot of them having weight gain. During this period, there is slow absorption within the gastrointestinal area. There is weight. Whatever you are taking tends to stay within the body. The level of metabolism is very slow, and so most of the food we take are converted to fat. We have stress incontinency. Stress incontinency is a situation whereby one will be going to ease to open one's bowel, one bladder. In some cases we call it overactive bladder. It's also as a result of withdrawal of the hormones of the body. We have diesel spell. This one affects insulin production, which make it difficult for the body to maintain body sugar stability. Also, we have allergies. For somebody who has not been allergic to a lot of things, we develop allergy to certain things. Those things the body and the individual have been tolerating, will be allergic to it. We have fragile bone. Fragile bone occur during menopause also as a result of the withdrawal of the hormone. So in essence, we need to keep ourselves stable so that there won't be need for us to have fracture, because any exposure of the bone to fall or any sudden falls might lead to fracture. Irregular heartbeat. In this while you will see them telling you, my heart is beating very fast. Sometimes when I sit, I feel the sound of my heart. Most of these cases might need the person seeing a medical checkup for proper checkup to really actualize whether it is an ordinary menopausal syndrome or there is an underlying other medical conditions. We have irritability. It is everything. We are not there to tolerate everything at every given time. We have a case of depression. We have cases of anxiety. They are always anxious. Every little thing brings anxiety, and the anxiety in some cases might progress to panic disorder, in which they will be afraid of everything. In some cases, it's aggravated to some mental disorder. So what we have been saying, there are signs and symptoms, and they may be associated to some other medical condition. So we want to discuss the treatment. How do we get out of all these things? Number one of the major signs and symptoms that all women acknowledge occur, that is absence of menstruation. The first advice is to go for hormonal profile. Hormonal profile is a medical lab test which tells us the level of certain hormone in the body, and to really confirm whether it is menopausal or not. Number two, for those of them that have vaginal dryness, difficulty in having sexual intercourse, that have loss of libido, no more interest, that have frigidity, the best thing is to have vaginal estrogen. Vaginal estrogen acts as a lubricant to lubricate the vagina so that there will be easy access and painless sexual intercourse. Another factor is self-care activity. Under the self-care activity, we are encouraged to take care of our personal and environmental hygiene to prevent the body odor, itching, and some other skin irritation. Affordance of caffeine. Intake of caffeine might be in form of Nescafe, Lipton, top tea, Coke, Pepsi, or all caffeinated substance, which if you take it, will reduce the level of sleeping pattern. than expected. Affordance of alcohol, affordance of alcohol, affordance of smoking as well. Encourage exercise. This might reduce the rate of arthritis and weight gain. All aforementioned signs and symptoms might be associated or may be presented in some other cases or some other medical condition. So it is therefore encouraged that whenever any of these factors occur, we should not associate it with spiritual attack or whatever. We should know or rule out which one is the specific sign and symptoms. I encourage to every particular medical condition, let us endeavor to go for investigation. Yearly routine test, medical advice as at when due before taking any medication, because as a result of this you see a lot of people going into medication and it will add more to the problems. Some of the medication might help, but I want to say at this forum that menopause doesn't have cure. It's a natural phenomenon that occur that anybody might not have solution to, but we can apply some other medical drugs or advice to relieve difficulties or stress associated with menopause. It is therefore encouraged that we should encourage even our young ladies to get married in time, because these days we've been seeing early menopausal of 37, 38, and when menopausal comes, it's an indication that the ovary which releases egg in the body doesn't work again. And once the ovary is not working, it means the egg cannot be released. And when the egg cannot be released, it means there cannot be fertilization even if there is any sexual intercourse. So at this forum, we want to advise that we should encourage our young ladies to get married in time, so that we've been seeing a young married couple with menopause, and that means they will not have any other option than to go for adoption of a child. I pray that the Lord will look after us, and we should be careful too, whatever we are going to do, that it is not every sign and symptom of burning, peppery sensation, tingling sensation, peppery sensation of the body that are spiritual attack. You see my people say, this is of our or whatever, that is a spiritual attack. No, in most cases they are not spiritual attack, but purely medical case, which can be attended to by counseling, guidance, and prompt treatment if given a time before it gets aggravated. But the truth remains, it doesn't have any cure. Thank you for listening. See you next week when we shall be treating another medical condition on this our TV, Ignite TV. Thank you.